So, anybody of you know those who retired, worked 30, 35, 40 years of their life and retired at 65. And then at 68, they took a part-time job. You know some of those people? Why? You already worked 30 years, half of your life. Why still do part-time? Oh, because they didn't plan to fail. They just failed to plan. Because they never talked to anybody regarding their finance. How many of you guys go to your doctor? Okay. How often do you go to your doctor for your physical checkup?
Once a year.
Once a year. How many of you guys do financial checkup? And you expect to be healthy financially? Right? You're probably like me. My advisors are my co-workers. When I used to work in nursing, lunch break, everybody sat down that round table, and guess what we talk about? How much is your contribution for 1K? Oh, I'm 3%. Oh, I took 5. Oh, you know what? I put 10%. Oh, I'm maxed out. Oh, good for you. Then maybe that's the way to go. And that's all I know. Right? So my advisors are my co-workers. Okay? They're not even licensed. And that's why I love our campaign. Now, how many of you guys knows those parents who put their kids to private school in elementary and high school? Right? And then in college, the kid took out a student loan. Why? Why not save that money and save it for college, so when college comes, the kid's not going to take out student loan, they will graduate free and clear. Again, no guidance. Not properly educated. Or us Filipinos, okay, we pride ourselves in actually passing on a legacy. So what do? We buy a nice house, all right? We buy $1 million house. In 30 years, we pay it off in $1 million. We put $1 million, when we pass away, that house goes to our kid, but that kid has to pay taxes. Not fair? Or worse, no proper estate planning, it goes to the government first. And your kid gets a percentage of the 30 years of your hard work. Is that fair? But why is that happening? Again, lack of planning and lack of education. That's why we're here. That's why we ask people to join our campaign. How many of these guys can you help? Especially if they're your friends and family. So that's why our company is dedicated to actually educate 30 million families by 2030. How? Invite them, like here, or workshops that we do. Okay? So, over here, why educate them in finance? So this is this graph actually states, well, how is the wealth in America distributed? Okay, there's trillions of dollars in America right now. So over here, how do the rich continue to grow rich and the poor become even poorer? Okay, can you see this purple line over here? Since 1989 to 2021. That purple line represents 50% of Americans. So 50% of Americans owns nothing. Right? Owns nothing. Now, the next 40% in the yellow, that's middle class, that's 40%. Owns a little bit something. But who owns the most wealth in America? The rich with this. 60% of assets in America is owned by 10%. Why? Because they know how to plan. Or they know who to ask. They're properly educated, or they have guidance. And look at this. If you want to be a millionaire, who wants to be a millionaire here? Right?
Yes.
Who has a plan?
So pretty.
There we go. Right? And so at least we have a plan, right? Here are the list of millionaires in the world. And look who's number 1. We have 21 million millionaires, almost 22 millionaires. Right? So if you want to be a millionaire, you're in the right country. Now, what's lacking is the plan. Why is that? Well, because most of us only focus on one phase of wealth. But are we aware that there's 3 phases of wealth? Right? First phase is accumulation phase. Alright? So most of us knows accumulation phase. Why? That was taught by our parents. Okay? From 20-year-old, we were taught, You know what? Go to a good school, get good grades, get the best career you can, so you can be paid the most. Does that sound familiar?
Yes.
Right? Okay? Because that's accumulation phase. So when you start working, you open a 401k, you open an IRA, a pension plan, savings, an investment stock. Why? We want to accumulate money. Right? Now, when you enter the second phase at 65, all right, you work for 40 years of your life. Or 35 years of your life. Now here's the problem. Oh, I'm retired now. The distribution phase, should I spend all of my money down? Oh, then I don't have anybody for my kids. So what will I do? Let's not take that vacation to Cancun every year. Let's not upgrade that house. Right? So you actually live moderately. So you have something. For your third phase is estate transfer. So we want our kids to have something of our legacy. How come the rich people, when they reach this stage, their assets continue to grow and they have a lot more legacy? Why? Because they planned not here, but they planned here. Properly educated. How many of you guys, right now, when the kid was born, you already said, my kid will be a millionaire because I have a great plan? Anybody has that plan? Right? You can see those hands are from our company. That's why we want people to join our campaign. Learn it. It's for you. Okay? Because it's planned all the way there. Can you imagine which plan is better? You buy $1 million house, you pay it $1 million from your own pocket, and then when you transfer it to your kid, how much of that house is he gonna get? Percentage. Because estate tax is how much? 40% rate. Which one is a better plan for them to be a millionaire? Buy $1 million life insurance, pay it $80,000, and put it aside. By the time you pass away, that $1 million goes to your kid, tax free. Which one is a better plan? How come people didn't do that? Right? That's why we encourage people join our campaign, learn it. Okay? So over here, that's why World System Builder, WFG, we're building a new industry. Okay? We don't just teach, we don't just educate. We have the solutions for that too. And what I mean by that is, over here, this is what we do. Have you seen about this blue book?
Somebody's holding this.
Jasmine.
No? No?
Yes.
Jasmine is holding it. This is our blue book, okay? Everything that we do, everything you need to know about finance is here. At least the basics of finance, okay? And over here, it's available in 4 languages. One in Tagalog is coming out in the near future. But it's available in Chinese, Vietnamese, and Spanish. It's available in Spanish, but not in Tagalog. I mean, right? See. All right. So we have actually more than 600 financial centers now in North America between the US and Canada.
601 now.
601? Oh yeah, Long Beach Financial Center. 601. There you go. And what do we do here? Then we invite people to attend this campaign, so they'll understand. They can attend like this, okay, in a financial center setting, or we can go to their house. How many of you guys can invite your people? Hey, you know what? We have a quick lunch here. I want you guys to listen. Right? Just listen. Get educated. Or some small businesses, also like Metro PCS and all that, ask us to do it in their office or in this business, or even corporations, big businesses, L'Oreal, Oracle, and all that, because they want us to teach their employees, so employees at least understand, how do I contribute to my 401k? Which portfolio do I pick? Okay? So it's actually good for the employer to actually educate their employees so they appreciate them better. That's why they want us to teach that in their businesses. Now, elementary school, we do that. Even colleges and university. This Columbia University and this Harvard University, Dr. Dala Maya, she's one of our campaigners. She's a professor in Harvard University Law School, and she teaches our 6th workshop in Harvard University. We also do public libraries. We also teach it in churches. We don't care what denomination. Financial literacy is important. Government agencies. We do police department, fire department, FBI. How can you go to FBI, Dondon? Because we're non-solicitors. We don't intend to sell you. Our intention is purely educational, informational, so at least you have a better understanding of your finance that hopefully trickles not on your just first, fifth, or 10th generation to come. Okay? So now, who we are, okay? We're like, have you heard about Amazon?
Yeah.
Okay. What can you buy in Amazon?
Everything.
So we're like the Amazon of financial services. Okay? We have no one product or no one company. We have more than 200 companies and more than 400 products. Okay? Does this look familiar?
Yes.
Who do you know here?
Nationwide.
Even myself. Nationwide on your side, right? Because you see them on TV. But there's a lot more to that. But what we do is we have a platform. Okay? This is our WFG platform. Okay? The thing with WFG is every time they hear WFG, oh, insurance. Right? You have friends, oh, you're WFG, you're selling insurance. Which is true, we do that. Right? But understand that 80% of WFG is part-time. And part-timers don't have a whole lot of time. They want quick solutions. And usually the most common solution is insurance. That's why a lot of part-timers go insurance. But that's not all we do. We have four. We have insurance, we have health, we have investment, and we have other solutions. Okay? I hope I don't lose you here. But here's the thing. When it comes to insurance, okay, who have insurance here? Life insurance. Very good. I hope all hands raised up. But what kind of insurance do you have?
Whole life.
Whole life. Okay. Let's upgrade.
Upgrade.
Right? Over here, there's a lot. There's decreasing term, increasing term, level term, whole life, index universal, variable universal, regular universal. There's a lot. So which one is good for me? It's like buying a car. Okay? So when you attend our workshop, you'll understand what insurance is. And to narrow it down, there's only two. It's either a term or a permanent policy. Okay? So let me repeat my question. Do you have a term or a permanent policy?
Permanent.
There you go. Why everybody's permanent? Is term bad?
No.
Both.
Okay, good.
Both.
Over here, when you attend our workshop, you understand when do I use term and when do I use permanent policy. So, when it comes to term, like me, I have a $1 million term. Okay, only for 20 years. And I sign that term, I assign it towards my kids' college. If something happens to me within 20 years, I don't want my son or my daughters to actually take out student loan. I want to make sure they have $300,000 each. They can go Harvard and graduate from Harvard free and clear, no student loan. But after 20 years, I hope they graduate after 20 years. Okay, after 20 years, I don't need that term anymore. At least I'm paying it very minimum. Okay, term is cheap. Permanent, not so cheap. But when do we use permanent policy? Okay, a lot of rich people, you do that for legacy planning or estate planning. How is that? For example, those rich people, they have 3, 4, 5 houses. Okay, you have 4 houses. Okay, $1 million each. If you pass away, your kid will pay tax. So they buy a permanent policy. Okay, pay it off in 5 years and put it on the side. When they pass away, the house goes to the kid. The insurance pays the tax, so the kids get the house free. Is that a good strategy?
Yes.
Okay? And how many people needs to understand that? Everyone. Right? That's why we invite you to join our campaign. So we have car, home, fire, flood. Even if you have a dog, you have a cat, you have pet insurance. Yeah, we're the Amazon of financial services. We have those. Now, for healthcare, we do individual group health insurance, PPO, HMO, short-term, long-term disability, Medicare supplement. Okay? Over here, if you know people who are 65 and still working, you can save them $100, $200 a month. You know how? they're 65, they're eligible for Medicare. You don't have to get your health insurance from work. You can get, of course, not everybody, but in general, you can actually get on Medicare. You can save at least $100, $200 from that health insurance. Okay? You're still working, but you're qualified for Medicare. A lot of people don't realize that. Now, long-term care. Medicare don't cover long-term care. Okay? How many of you guys are talking to those people? Oh, I have long-term care at work. Okay. But after work, where's long-term care? And that's why the number one thing that depletes your income or your retirement in retirement is long-term care expenses. Once you get disabled, what's your first thing you do? You liquidate your 401k to support your disability. Then what? You sell your house. And then what?
Sell the husband.
Sell your house. At that time, is there still value? I don't know. It's a liability. Liability already. It's not an asset anymore. So, right? So we tell people, get your long-term care ASAP when you can qualify when you're young. Because she can pay off the long-term care, and so when you retire, you don't have to worry. You're covered for life. How many of you guys are, maybe you're by yourself, okay? And then you get disabled. At least you go to this nice long-term care facility, assisted living, but $10,000 a month.
Yes.
That's okay. That long-term care pays that disability home, $10,000 a month, as long as you're alive. Is that a good strategy? Very good. How come people are not getting it? They didn't know. That's why we encourage people to join our campaign. Okay, invite them and have them listen so they have a better understanding. Now, another platform is investments in retirement. Okay, Social Security and pension strategies. All right, so Social Security. How many of you guys know how much you're gonna get when you retire from Social Security? What's the maximum amount you can get from Social Security?
2,800.
Alright, so for fun, let's pull up socialsecurity.gov. Okay, this is 2023 tax facts. Okay, Social Security. Okay, anybody 67 or beyond?
Please
No.
repeat.
Oh,
No.
honest. No. Everybody 60 and below. Alright. So over here, depends on when you were born, is when you're gonna get your full retirement in Social Security. If you're beyond 1960, then 67 is full retirement age. But what's the maximum benefit? There you go. But only 20%, 10 to 20% gets that.
Yes.
The average is 1,200.
Yeah.
Social Security. Now, second question. Is Social Security taxable or no?
Depends. Depends.
I have a lot of intelligent people in the room. It depends. Say no or yes answer.
Safe answer.
Safe answer. Next question, why?
We already paid taxes. Why should we have to pay for taxes?
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking the same.
Yeah.
I already paid taxes. Why should I? That's why Social Security is not taxable.
Supposedly.
Supposedly. Now, if you get it, you know you can get it at 62. Because a lot of people say, you know what, let me get my Social Security. So, because if I die, I'm not going to benefit from it. Is that a common notion?
Yes.
Right? But see, when you get under full retirement age, below 67, you lose $1 for every $2 of earning. And most of those people at 62, they're still working. And then if they say, oh, nothing is left from my Social Security. Duh! Right? So rule of thumb, you don't want to get it while you're still working and still have an income. A lot of people don't know that. That's why we invite people to join our campaign. Who would teach them this concept? Now, let's say you're full retirement age. When is Social Security taxable? It says here, base amount of modified adjusted gross income. You still have income in retirement. Then guess what? If you're married and you make more than $44,000 a year in income, then 85% of your Social Security is taxable. So question, when you get your 401k or IRA, how is it distributed to you? Income. Right? And if you get 44,000 or more of your 401k, that means you have more than 44,000 in income. What happens to Social Security?
5%
Taxable. Right? So this is why we ask people, do you know the different retirement accounts here? Which one is the best? 401, 403, 457, DSA, IRA, Roth, SEP, mutual funds. Which one is better?
Roth IRA.
Ooh, we have one smart person in the room. Roth IRA. Correct. Why? Because Roth IRA
It's not an income.
is not an income. So instead of a Roth 401k, a Roth regular 401k, do a Roth 401k. Instead of regular IRA, do a Roth IRA. So when you get it after 60, it's not income anymore. So Social Security will not be taxed. Is that a good strategy?
Yes.
How come people are not doing it? Your work is actually offering you and you're not getting it. They didn't know. That's why we invite people to join our campaign. Invite more people. Have a bigger room here and let's educate them. Right? So they'll be a better informed consumer. Is that a strategy? Now, you don't just pick which name for 1, for 3, and 7, all that. You pick a strategy, especially taxes. Okay? So when it comes to taxes, let's have a short quiz. When it comes to taxes, it says here, Benjamin Franklin said that nothing is certain in this world except death and taxes. All right. When you make money, they tax you. What do you call that tax? Ooh,
Income tax.
smart 20-year-old.
20.
Oh, 20. Oh, that's why you're smart. 20. You look 20, that's why. Thank you. Okay. How about here? When you spend money, they still tax you. What do you call that tax?
Sales tax.
Oh. When you save money, they tax you. What do you call that tax? Capital gains tax.
gains.
And when you die, they still tax you. What do you call the tax?
Estate tax.
Right? That's why before you start saving money, make sure you know where to put it. Okay? There's 3 buckets you can put your money. The first bucket is a tax now bucket. You have checking, savings, CD, stocks, mutual funds, and all that. That means every year you make money. I hope you make money. Every year you make money here, you pay taxes. Okay? Who have stocks right now? Okay. How's your stocks doing?
I
Alright?
have a 401k, so my 401k is going down.
Okay. Right? But that's part of it, right?
Yeah.
It goes up and down. Okay? That's why people want to save their gains. Not tax yet. So they, instead of this, they love the concept of a tax later account. Why? Those are your 401k, 403b, IRAs, annuities, and pension. Because you put money there, okay, and it grows, no tax. It's deferred. The following year, still no tax. It's deferred. Okay? So the money that earned money, that interest makes interest, which makes sense. Is that a better concept than this one? Right? But now, a lot of people, here's the problem for tax later accounts. Who among you knows the history of taxes in America?
Now you know.
In 1913, we started with 7%. Okay? 4 years later, boom, 67%. Why? World War I. We're rebuilding America. Where are they going to get the money? From people. Okay? In 1944, this is called the Depression era. Why? Who's not going to be depressed? Every $100 you make, you keep $6. 94 bucks goes to the government. Why? They're rebuilding America again after World War II. This is the worst economy in U.S. history, 41 to 44. Now, good thing, 1980s went down to 28%. And now, look, slowly goes up. Can we control taxes?
No.
10, 15, 20 years from now, is taxes going to go up or going to go down?
Up.
We don't know. But one thing is we can control it, and with problem Social Security and Medicare and all that, most likely it'll go up. But look at this. If you're retiring in 15, 20, 25 years, and the government all of a sudden raise it up to 70% by the time you retire, what happened to your $1 million in 401k if the tax is 70%?
300,000.
You give 300 and they give 700. Is that fair? So instead of a regular 401, regular IRA, why not Roth IRA and Roth 401k? Again, people don't know. That's why we like people to join our campaign. Invite them. Have them listen, have them get educated. Okay? Because these accounts, this is what the rich people use. I don't want to be surprised by taxes. I pay my tax now. So when I get it in my retirement, what I see is what I get. I have $1 million, everything is mine, no tax. Is that a better concept? And that's the reason why you need to invite those people who actually planning to retire with tax-free accounts. Now, let's go back. So, when it comes to investments and retirement plan, this is what we do. Last question. When is the best time to start retirement planning? No, right?
Now.
As soon as possible.
But when?
When you're young.
When you're young? How young?
As soon as you get your Social Security.
Right? When you start working. Because how can you save if you have no money? So you work, you have income, 20% of that income you save for retirement. That's the typical retirement plan. That's what I knew too. Before WFG, before I got educated. But guess what? When I came to WA, I attended webinars and seminars and workshops like this. Now, those rich people, what do? They open a trust fund. You have a trust fund here, right? Oh, those are for rich people. That's what I thought too. But that's just a strategy. Okay? But the concept is, you start when they are young. Okay? When the baby's born, okay? 2 weeks old after you get their Social Security number, open a retirement plan for them. Retirement plan for 2 weeks old baby. Put money till they're 22. At 22, then son or daughter, why don't you continue for another 23 years? At age 45, your son and daughters can retire with more than $1 million, 45-year-old. Is that a good concept?
Yes.
How come parents didn't do that?
Lack of education.
That's why we want people to join our campaign, so they understand that. Can you imagine? Could have been retired. Had somebody sat down with my parents and actually teach them this concept. Okay? And that's what we do. Purely educational and informational.
It's alive.
It's alive. Alright? So, last one. Other solutions. College coaching program. Okay? How many are you guys in college or kids in college? Okay? Know that there's a lot of free money. Oh, no, my parents are doctors and they make good money, they won't qualify. That's a myth. Attend our workshop and you'll understand more that there's a lot of free money here. Like grants, scholarship, financial aid money you don't have to pay back. Free money. If you're left-handed, there's grants for that. If you're tall, like Dan's friends, then if you're 6 feet or taller, there's grants for that. Okay? If your mom and dad has diabetes and hypertension, there's grants for that. And there's tens and thousands of grants that we didn't know. How would we know if we don't ask? That's why ask your friends and family members and join our campaign and hey, understand and learn it. Now, Dondon, I cannot save money. I have a lot of credit cards. Well, we're the Amazon of financial services. We do debt management and debt settlement here too. Okay? So you can refer those people to final expenses. Dondon, I don't want to get life insurance because my spouse might kill me. Legit concern, right? So just give me a final expense and I'm okay with that. But for those people who say that, they were never educated, okay? They don't know about survivorship planning. You know, a survivorship insurance is double your coverage but half the price. Let me say that again. Double your coverage, half the price. And the good thing is, even if your spouse kills you, not gonna get it because that's for the kids. Right? where does that apply? You know, friends or family members or neighbors who have mentally challenged kids. Okay, if they're mentally challenged kids, the parents are alive, then they can take care of their kids. One parent goes, then the other parent can take care of that kid. What if both parents goes? Where is that kid gonna go? And who's gonna take care of that kid? Right? And if that's your kid, is that okay?
No.
So that's why planning is important. You do those survivorship policy. So when you pass away, there's enough money so you can assign whoever that guardian for that kid, and they don't have to worry about money. Right? You buy it less than what you're supposed to in a regular insurance. Okay? Don't worry, your spouse is not gonna kill you for that. You're not gonna get anything. Estate planning. Anybody of you guys have estate plan?
Yeah.
There you go. All right, I'm in the right room. So again, I always say this, that you gotta understand the problems. You'll appreciate the solution. Okay? It's like, who likes chemotherapy? Nobody. But if you have cancer, guess what? You love chemotherapy because you understand the problem. Now, what's estate planning? There's 4 basic estate plans. There's last will and testament, power of attorney, health directive, and living trust. Okay? How many of you guys in medical field? Nursing? Nurse? You ask your patient at the bedside, do you have a health directive? Right? You ask those. And your patients would say, no, I don't. Good thing those patients don't say, ask back, how about you? Oh, no, but you don't. Right? You know it's important, but how come we don't do that? Now, for those people who have minor kids, less than 18 years old. So the problem, for us to appreciate the solution, the problem with less than 18-year-old, in America, unlike in my country, in the Philippines, there's automatic. What I mean by automatic is, when parents pass away, they go to the grandparents, or the tito and the tita, the uncles, right? That's automatic. In America, there's no such thing as automatic. Okay? So if you have less than 18-year-old and the parents pass away, where does that minor go? Foster care. Have you heard about foster care? Okay. And if you have 3 minors and the foster care only takes 1, then all the 3 siblings are separated, right? Then what do you do to avoid that? You only need a guardianship. That's 1 piece of paper that protects them until they're 18. It's part of an estate plan called last will and testament. So, ironic, it's only 1 piece of paper and people are not doing it. Why? They did not. That's why we ask people to join our campaign, invite them here. So at least every time you see a smoke it, hey, do you have a guardianship? No? Talk to Dan, talk to Chris. That Long Beach Financial Center there, I learned it from there. Okay? Or if you know a lawyer, go to a lawyer. But have one. Eliminate that risk of foster care. Okay? At least their kids are protected until they're 18. Now, houses, banks, okay? Those are different assets. And what I mean by that is, for example, if you own a house, any homeowner here? Okay, alright. If you pass away and you're the homeowner, where does the house go? And you're okay with that?
No.
So I guess for our other people, what probate? Probate. Okay, probate. Sounds nice. Probate. When you drive around, here in California, do you see those signs? Estate sale. Right? What does that mean? That it's cheap over there? You buy something cheap. Right? Yeah, it's cheap. Because why? The government is liquidating it.
Yeah, auction sale.
Auction sale. Why? Here's the thing. There are assets protected by beneficiaries. You have 401k, you have IRA, you have investments, you have stocks and all that. You have life insurance. They're protected by beneficiary. You assign a beneficiary. How about a house? Does a house have a beneficiary?
No.
So you did not decide where the house go. Guess who's going to decide? The government. Government does not manage non-liquid asset. They have to liquidate that. But Dondon, my kids are still there in the house. They don't care. They kick them out. They sell the house. And the proceeds, guess who they pay first? The morgue, the funeral, the hospital, the creditors. You owe them 20, 30 years ago. You only owe them $100. But those people, you think they forgot about you? They have your social security number. And every month, there's this one place wherein all those people pass away, they put that Social Security there, and all these creditors look there. And boom! Oh, this Social Security passed away. That person owes us $100, but 30 years later, with fees and interest and penalties, now it's $10,000. They put up a claim in the court for probate, they get paid $10,000. So let's say your house is worth $500,000. After all those payments, then maybe $300,000 is left, and you pay the probate court, and you pay the lawyer that your kids use to represent them in probate court. How much is left? Why? Because you did not plan. You did not plan. Why? Because you didn't know. You didn't know why? Because you did not attend the opening of Long Beach. That's why, right? So we encourage people to, hey, attend it, learn it, come join us, so at least you're better informed consumer, so you can make better decisions. Is that fair?
Yes.
All right, so Dondon, my head is aching now. There's a lot. Yes, there's a lot. That's why we're Amazon of financial service. How much? What else can you buy in Amazon? A lot, right? Same thing. That's why it starts with education. Again, this is just a superficial overview of who we are and what we do. Okay? Again, the bottom line, the common denominator is education. Get educated first. So, if you're going to ask me, Dondon, so how do we start? Well, all we wanted our clients is to have peace of mind. Okay? There's 3 things guaranteed to happen in life. Number 1, everybody will die. Who here says, I'm not going to die? Okay? So everybody will die. We know that. It's not if, it's when. Okay? So if this is the concern, dying, hopefully not early, what's the solution? Get a life insurance. Eventually, if you have a responsibility. I don't care if it's a term or permanent or funeral expense, get something. Okay? I don't have my dad right now. Okay? I wish I knew this when he was younger. I still covered. I came to this business. You're already a stroke patient and an open heart patient. Can't get anything anymore. But I wish he had $2, $3, $5 million when he passed away. Right? So our kids will be feeling the same way if we don't do anything today. Okay? Instead of giving that big house and all that, think about it. $1 million, you pay $1 million for your house? For $1 million policy, you pay $80,000. Same benefit. Okay, $1 million of legacy. Now, when you have this, make sure you sit down with one of our campaigners here and educators here. Get properly covered. Okay, this is how you buy life insurance. You buy a fish, it's per kilo. Diamond per carat. Insurance, you do the dime method. D stands for that. All the debt should be inclusive in your life insurance. I, for income, at least 10 times of your income. M, mortgage. Banks don't care. Doesn't matter who passed away. If you can't pay your mortgage, they'll foreclose that. So make sure that's properly protected. And E is for education if you have kids. Whatever the amount, that's what you get. Don't care if it's term, don't care if it's permanent, as long as properly protected. Okay? So at least that one we can cross out. Now, this one I don't have to worry about my family. Now, you didn't die. You live longer. How many of you guys have savings and retirement? Few hands? Dinosaur hands? Right? Comfortable in retirement? Right? That's growing and save. And question, when you retire, do you have an account where when you pull it out, you don't have to pay taxes? Why not? You diversify different portfolio. You don't diversify in taxes. Tax now, tax later, tax never. Make sure you have one. Save your Social Security, right? Don't get it taxed. So after that, well, you're protected when you pass away. You have enough savings when you live longer. What if something happens in between? You get disabled. Okay, I have this story when I was working as a nurse. I thought it's true love. Okay, because Ate, who works in ICU, okay, long time working in ICU, and she married this guy as a radiology technician, has prostate cancer. I was like, ooh, prostate cancer already? and you're marrying that guy, true love, right? So they got married, and I thought it's happily ever after until 4 years later, Ate developed breast cancer. Guess what Kuya did? Because all this radiation and chemo can't work anymore and become disabled, and she's becoming heavy for him. What he did? Divorce. That's not the worst part. Kuya even got half of Ate's 401k.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, yes, let's protect our family, but don't forget yourself. Disability in America is ground for divorce. Just saying, yes, it's true love right now, but it gets rocky. Right? Make sure you're properly protected. Who's gonna take care of you? See, when you get disabled, two things happen. Income stops, correct?
Yes.
But bills don't. Who pays that? Something to think about, right? Insurance is good to have insurance. Your family is protected, but will your family take care of you? We wish, right? But if you have properly protected, see, you have long-term care from your work, right? So you also say, oh, okay, I'm protected. I have long-term care from work. Good. So here's the thing: you have long-term care from work. You pay this money. Okay. You get disabled. That's okay. You're covered. But if you don't get disabled in 20, 25 years, 30 years of working, where did the money go?
Nothing.
It's like car insurance. You didn't get the accident, don't get nothing. Now, is it better to get the same or better coverage than work? And you pay money, same or even cheaper than work. But if you don't get disabled 20, 25, 30 years, all the money comes to you, go back to you tax-free. Is that better alternative? How come people are not getting this? Did you know? That's why I tell them you should have gone to that Long Beach Financial Center. So you should understand that better, right? So the main concept here is for you to have peace of mind, 3 things you need to do. Actually 4 things you need to do. You gotta protect your family, get a proper life insurance, protect yourself, get a proper long-term care and disability, and make sure you have a better plan, a tax-free plan for your retirement. And once you have all that, wrap it up with a solid estate plan, you're set. All those, World System Builder, WFG provide that too. We don't just educate, we provide that, and you have a lot more options, more than 200 companies and more than 400 products. You want to learn more about that? We invite you to join our workshop. There's a lot of workshop. What I discuss here is an overview. We have increased cash flow, debt management, building strong financial foundation, power protection, and we are the educators there too. Jang, Philip there, educates our workshop too. And that's available Monday to Friday, morning and evening. You can do it Zoom, you can attend it in person, whatever you do, just learn it. Okay? Because learning it now does not just benefit us, it benefits the next generation. Because Daddy don't know, Daddy can teach. Fair? Right? So, and with that, before you attend, make sure one of our Long Beach Financial Center here that invited you, ask them for the blue book and the workbook. So you can follow along when you attend the workshop. Alright? And having said that, please fill out a quick survey form. Okay? Just on this survey, just put there how handsome the presenter is, how check everything. And with that, we would like to include again, congratulations to Long Beach Financial Center. All right. Any question? No question? Very good.